We're back. We're back. Second week in a row. Well, a lot of progress on the sweater. I think during the last live stream, I was maybe like around here. And now I have all of this. All of this. It's a good amount. Getting close. Pretty close now for the neckline. I do still have a little bit of work though. So let's get to it. And I would play music today, but my phone is close to like 10%. So it's just going to die. So no music. Hello, Charlotte. Hi, Jazz. Hello, hello. Welcome back, y'all. I was kind of trying to debate which whip I wanted to work on. I'm pretty sure last week I was telling you guys that I had to start, or I was about to start my Hobie project, and we got some major progress. So that's positive. And I'm sure I'll whip it out and show you guys my whip in a little bit. But you guys know the tradition. We have to start off strong with the crochet the first 15 minutes, and then past 20 minutes, it's just going to die off. So I'm getting in my reps now. What are you guys working on right now? Do you guys have any projects? Are you guys just watching, tuning in, homework, work? What are y'all doing? You know, sometimes I wish these live streams could be turned into like a Zoom session so that I could see you guys too, and I could like see your projects instead of just mine all the time. But I've been on this same repetition, this one row repeat for the last 40 rows, maybe more. But you know me, I'm just stuck here with my slip stitch and my half double crochet. Slip stitch, half double crochet. To this day, I still can't believe that I made a sweater pattern with half slip stitches. Kind of crazy. Kind of extra. When I was swatching to gauge this sweater, too, it has literally been so long since I made the sweater that I almost forgot what stitches I used. So I was like swatching, and I was like, why does this pattern not look quite right? I was like, something's off. And then I was like, oh my God, I ended up swatching with double crochet and single crochet. And then it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a half double. You're currently working on 3 different cardigans. Oof, 3 and a king size blanket. Oh my God. That is so much. A king size blanket. I remember I accidentally made, I think it was more like a queen size blanket. It was meant to be a baby blanket. And then I just kept going and it kept getting bigger and bigger. But a king size, bless you, good luck. Good luck. My hands already hurt for you. Anastasia, currently holding your baby and watching. Oh, I will try to speak very calmly and soothing for le bébé. We don't want to wake them up. If you had 2 more hands, you'd crochet some scrunchies. Oh, that'd be cute. Man, I haven't made scrunchies in a minute. Although, at the moment, I can't really wear headwear like that. I've been kind of on like a headband kick lately, like those thick ones that kind of just like cover half your head because it keeps back all this hair. I've been trying to put my hair into a ponytail. It's very pathetic. I get like this much coming out of my ponytail and it doesn't look right, but maybe once my hair gets a little bit longer, we can go back to scrunchies. It's been so long. Every time. I should have brought my glasses in here. Rockin' strawberries. Straub. I'm gonna call you Straub. Just hopped on eating right now, but one of my whips is a swimsuit cover up. Ooh, I like where your head is at. Is it warm where you live right now? Are you like pre-prepping for spring and summer? I think it'd be fun to make like I don't want to say a dress, but like a longer mid-length cover up, kind of lacy, kind of sheer. I like where your head's at. You're already like in summer mode, and I'm over here in a sweater. Charity Rose Crochet. Hello, it has been a very long time. Starting to get back to the live streams. Miss doing these so much, and they're so fun. So I'm trying to make more of a intentional effort to, carve out a little bit of time to live stream. Leonie, hello, you're working on the scrunchie bag from Loopy Studio. I think I've seen some really cute versions of that bag. Are you knitting it or are you crocheting it? Because I'm pretty sure I saw they had like patterns for both, for knit and crochet. But the knit one is cute. Seems very practical too. I like the drawstring, or what is that? It's not a drawstring, but it's like what is that little dongle thing called where you can like tighten it and loosen it? I love that. Hello, the sweater is coming along here. Let me finish up this row and then I'll hold it up. Been putting in some work. And this is just like my spare time, have fun crochet piece. I need a better term for that. This is just like my no timeline sweater. Just when I want to, when I feel like it. I will say to an extent, it's working up a little faster than I remember, but that could also be due to the fact that I changed the gauge of the sweater. In theory, it's actually not that much of a difference, but it's enough that I can at least tell. Here, let me finish this. But as I get closer and closer to like adding on more work to the sweater, I feel like, how do I say it? Like it's almost becoming my priority almost, just because now I'm starting to see like more work get done. And then my brain wants to like, oh, okay, like let's just finish it. Like, oh, just crank out a little bit more. But I'm trying not to do that. But at a certain point, I am having fun with it. So here is, let me hold it over here. The panel, it's a good amount of progress. Oh, I love that. And you guys can see it's definitely not sheer. I won't use that term, but you can see like some breathability. You can see just a little bit through the sweater, but when it's like up against, it's definitely not sheer at all. But I like that a lot. It's going to make it really just a little bit lighter, a little bit more airflow, not so muggy and dense. But yeah, if this sweater were for me, I would be really close to stopping for the neckline. But it's not for me. So I still have probably realistically like this much more until the neckline. Maybe even a little bit more. But we'll see. I think, how much am I at right now? Height-wise, I am like 16 inches. So I'll probably aim for like 20 until I hit the neck. You know, I do like the look of those headbands, but sometimes I look funny. I feel like I look like an alien. I don't know if that's, I'm sure other people have had that issue too. But like when the headband is really thick, sometimes it looks cute. And then sometimes I look, I don't look right. I look funny. But yeah, I've been enjoying the headbands just because I can't really like pull my hair back into, a tie or anything. So I'm just making do with what I got. And I've been wearing those I've been using those like little butterfly clips, those like tiny little claw clips for so long. But again, like at a certain point, I'm kind of getting sick of it. I've been wearing those for like a minute. I'm kind of over them. So I think I'm at a point where I've been trying to grow out that pixie Bixie haircut for a minute. I did get a haircut. When was it? Like middle of December. And my hair was actually longer than it is now. But because so many of those layers from the pixie were super short, the hairdresser strongly recommended that we essentially chop everything again. So then she took off, I don't know, maybe like 3 inches or so. And that was in December. So it's just, I will say, as fun as the pixie was, I knew it too. I knew it going into it, but I didn't care at the time because I thought I would have the pixie haircut for like a lot longer. But growing it out is an absolute pain. It feels like it's been going on forever. And like I look in the mirror and it's like my hair is still super short. But my layers, they're getting there. Look though. Look at that. They used to be like up here. Yeah, so for now I'm on a headband kick. Yeah. Straubs. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Straubs. I mean, unless you prefer something else, let me know. But we don't rock with the Straubs. Wait, what? You moved to California right when I moved out. Where did you move to? NorCal? SoCal. You know what's funny is we talk about California a good amount now that we're gone. And certain things I don't miss, certain things I do, but sometimes a little homesick for Cali. Won't lie. I mentioned it last live stream, but the sun, the beaches, oh my God, oh my God. Bring me back. One of these days, though, we will make, I'm sure for something, we'll make a return trip to Cali and we're going to have to like stay by the beach or something. I already know it. Let me see. Oh, Addison, you made the grandpa sweater. I want to see. Addison, are you part of the Discord? Have you guys joined the Discord? If not, I'll like link it in the live stream. I want to see your grandpa sweaters. I want to see them so bad. That'd actually be amazing. Crochet hooked. You're sick of the cold. Wait, where are you located? I'm assuming you're East Coast because it's freaking cold over here. And today was like one of the warmer days, but believe it or not, I've been wearing like a tank top today around the house. And then I decided I was going to live stream in the office in the spare room, but this room gets the least amount of direct light. And the minute I walked in here, I was like, oh, it's cold. So sweater it is. I should see what the temperature is today. I didn't even really check. We actually walked to the gym earlier and it was cold, but it wasn't terrible. Oh, see, that's not bad. 33. That's a warm day. 33. But it says the low is 17. All right, here's the real question though. It says it'll say like the temperature, but then with the wind, it'll say like what it really feels like. Oh, it's good. It's accurate. Like a lot of times it'll say like 20 degrees or oh, it's 25 degrees, but it feels like 4 or something crazy like that. Today's the warmest day in like 2 weeks. I'll take it. I'm starting to see the silver lining though. Okay, I know that warm days are coming. I can just feel it. I can feel the shift. I can hold out. I can wait. It's going to be so nice. See, and then once like spring hits and like the beginning of summer, it's going to be so nice. So nice. And, hopefully it won't be like 105 or 107, over 100, like it is, like it happens in Cali. So cold. Last week you hit 80 degrees. This week, 13. Wait, hold up. What the heck? That is drastic. That's wild. May I ask which state? Oh, Alabama. Oh, rural Alabama. That's crazy. It jumped over 50 degrees. Ooh, I feel for you. See, that's wild too, because like you never know what you're gonna get. But then at the same time, you kind of get like best of both worlds. Like you're not just stuck in a cold slump for forever. You'll get a random 7-degree day, 70-degree day. Alabama. Oh, I almost forgot. I did make a coffee. Made a little sweet treat for the live stream. Dead straws. You don't think it's gone below 50? Okay, so it sounds like in California because like average, like every now and then during winter, it might dip into like the 40s. But I feel like the average temperature where I used to live in SoCal in the winter was like 50, 55. And it would be kind of chilly, because it's like gloomy weather, it's overcast. There's like a little bit of a breeze. So the 50 degrees feels cold, Sounds like SoCal, but you're originally from Canada. That's a huge change too, though, from Canada to California. Bless you. You're a few hours out from LA. So you're not sure if that's considered SoCal. Which county are you in? Because it could definitely still be considered SoCal. Like, for example, like San Diego, that's Southern California. And that's like 2.5 hours from LA on a good day. Excuse me, like 3. maybe more. Shoot. You want to move out of Cali so bad. I feel you. I feel you. I'm sorry. Oh, life is jazz. You're about to go. You just wanted to pop in. Oh, Anastasia? Or is it Anastasia? I feel like I've asked this before. It's Anastasia, huh? You're in Mississippi. I didn't know the temperatures get that wild. Like they jump around that drastically. That's low-key impressive. But at the same time, consistency. Weather in the South is crazy. Sierra, welcome back. Roma Rug. I know, dude. It's been a minute. I'm starting to figure my shit out, and I forgot how much I missed live streaming. It was funny because I had just really completely forgotten about like live streaming. And this is like when I'm like in the middle of my rut, my depression mode. And then right as I was like thinking it, like that same week, Jordan mentioned, he was like, when are you going to do a live stream again? And I was like, he read my mind. Even he knew. Yeah, I said this last week too, but I thought I was going to try to live stream yesterday on Friday. And then it just didn't work out. So I told Jordan, I was like, I need to make some time today to live stream. Sorry. Yo, look at us being consistent. I'm still crocheting. Look, it looks good. And then if you guys weren't here last live stream, I'm using the Lion Brand Heartland. This is the colorway Mammoth Cave. It's so gorgeous though. It's like, on the skein. It's kind of picking up on camera. It almost looks like not dual toned, but like somewhat of like a marled effect or like a heathered effect. It kind of looks like there's two different shades. And I think actually there is, but it's really gorgeous. So it's not like, it has a little dimension to it, but I love how it's working up. I really like this colorway. Like it looks a little gray, but it also looks a little brown, like a cool toned mocha, but then it has, these like subtle color, the dual color. I don't even know how to describe it, but I really like it. And I will say, like crocheting with it, sometimes it feels a little slippery, like it might just fly off of my hook. But overall, I really love the feel of this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I never thought to like make a wearable out of Heartland. I think I've only ever made like beanies, like small accessories, but big fan of this yarn. I didn't know I was going to love it this much. It's funny too, when I was trying to pick out yarn for this sweater, I was really, for like days, like 2-3 days, I had the yarn in my cart and I kept trying to determine if I wanted to use the Heartland or if I wanted to use Wool Ease. I feel like I always have such a hard time pronouncing that word. Like I can't say it right. Wool, such a funny word. Maybe I just need some chapstick, some water, loosen up the gears. But the Lion Brand Woolies, the number 4 worsted, I was also between that one. I think just because like over, the internet, I couldn't tell. This one looked slippery. And I don't like it when yarn is too slippery. So I was kind of originally aiming towards the Woolies because I know the texture and the feel of that one really well. And I wouldn't say it's rough or scruffy, but there's definitely some like grip. There's like some texture to that one. But then I kind of sat there and I thought about it and I was like, that would really suck if I happen to get this yarn and it's a lot more uncomfortable than I planned on. And then I have to go through, I'm making this effort to make a sweater out of the yarn. And I was like, oh, it's not worth it. So yeah, I landed on this one, but love it. Love it. Probably going to get more. The color range as well. No. It's a slip stitch. Don't put a half double there, you crazy. You crazy woman. Oh wait, I'm about to miss this whole chat. Huh. What am I drinking? Oh, homemade little iced coffee. So, do we have Trader Joe's fans in this chat right now? Because for the last, dang, even longer, for the longest time now, for like a couple of years, Jordan and I've been using, it's from Trader Joe's. It's the brown sugar creamer. Comes in like a short, what are those called? Like carton, like a cardboard carton, the brown sugar one. Oh my gosh, it's so good though. So we've been using that as a creamer for a couple of years now. But just randomly, we're like, let's switch it up. Oh no, I know why. The traders by our home, they haven't been stocking the brown sugar. So we had to pick up creamer somewhere else. So we ended up picking up oh my gosh, is it Nestle? I don't even remember the name of the brand, but it's a hazelnut creamer. Oh my God, it's so good. And the hazelnut flavor, I used to use that in college and I was like addicted to it. It was so good. It's like crack. It's like crack. So good. So flavorful. So I had forgotten about it for so long. But more recently, we've been really hooked on the hazelnut creamer. So that's what I have in it. So good. I love Traders. I will always be a Traders stan. But every now and then, it's nice to switch up a little bit. Because, I can always go back to Traders, but like small things like that, like changing the creamer for a little sweet treat, such a delight. And then I got these new coffee cups, these like plastic cups. It's loud, sorry. That's so good. My God, bring me back to life. Oh, I didn't drink my Magic Mind today. Okay, I'm gonna have to drink after this live stream. I've been having like really bad like sugar cravings for like over a month now. Like anything that's sweet or sugary. And I know I'm like overdoing it on the sugar, but I don't know what it is. Just been craving it. Oh, okay. I was pronouncing it right. Anastasia. Am I saying that right? Stasia? Oh my God. I'm overthinking it. Oh, Straubs. You're in Santa Barbara? Oh, alma mater was good. Oh man, I miss Santa Barbara. I'm assuming you moved there for school then, right? Or was it just like you moved there? But what a come up. Like if you had to move anywhere in California, I love Santa Barbara. I do wish I could go back there. That's dope though, actually. I thought you were like towards LA or like San Bernardino. No, 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 no. You're in Santa Barbara. You're chilling. 64 and it's really hot for you. Oh, you're working on a temperature blanket. It's for my baby's first year of life. That's so cool. Wait, that's a dope idea. And then that's so cool. Wait. And then they can hold on to that blanket and take it with them for the rest of their life. That's such a unique idea. I love that. Okay, I need to take notes from you guys. I want to do that. A temperature blanket. Or maybe instead of like temperature, you can just like, I don't know. Like, how people tweak it instead of temperature, they'll do like a mood blanket or, something like that. You can do a mood blanket for the first year of your baby's life. The first 2 months are just crying. It's just sad. Kidding. Babies cry. That's what they do. But babies are also happy. But that'd be really cool. A mood blanket, temperature blanket for your baby. See, that's like thinking outside the box. I like that. I'm going to have to keep that in mind and like plan to do something like that in the future. In the future. Whoa. Addison, I like this question. Have you ever considered spinning your own yarn? You're 19 and have been spinning for a year now. How fun. Where did you learn how to spin? Was it online or like, do you take classes? Or is it like, I'm assuming possibly even self-taught, but like definitely, most definitely have considered learning how to spin yarn. And I'm sure I could like watch a ton of YouTube videos and like slowly figure it out for myself. But I feel like I'd want to learn that like in person. Because I feel like most things, that I try to do, everything is like self-taught or like online. So I feel like for once I'd actually want like some instruction. I don't know, but yeah, definitely interested in spinning. That would be so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then even then it's like I need somebody to like drop some knowledge for me because I don't even like know all the tools. Like from what I've seen, a spindle, you can kind of like take that. Is that even the right word? The drop spindle, you can kind of like take that on the go in a sense. But then there's like the full-on machines where you like have pedals and it's like a whole thing. And it's like, huh? Like I don't even know how to use that. You see what I'm saying? Like I need some knowledge, but I would love to learn. Imagine like I could dye the fibers and then spin them and then hank them. That's crazy. There's like so much that goes into it. And I could make such a specifically like curated. See, that's wild that people get to do that when they spin their own yarn and they probably dye it too. It's like from start to finish, they're completely crafting how they want it to look. Would love to. Hello, Becca, Cindy Lou Who. Sierra, let's take a spinning class together. Like for real. I need to learn this. Maybe I should just like Google yarn spinning classes in Massachusetts. Maybe I should just bite the bullet. I also want to like sign up for pottery again. I've done a couple like one-off pottery classes, but I think it would be, I don't know, I think it'd be smart to like sign up for, what are they called? Like book multiple, like 8 classes or something like that. Oh. And then like too, like when people do pottery to like a certain extent, you can just have studio hours. And it's like you can just go in there whenever, almost, like whenever you want, and you could fire stuff up. And something else too is like Jordan has mentioned it to me, but eventually one day, like if we have our own property, see, like I don't know about here, because we share our living quarters to an extent with our neighbors, but I would love to have like a little pottery set up at our home, or even like at the apartment, and then I could just bring the pieces that I've thrown to the studio and have them like fire them for me. We would also love to do that. Oh, Aldi. I like Aldi. I haven't shopped there too often, but I like them, and their prices are so good. Yes, see, you guys feel me on the hazelnut creamer. So good. So good. Like vanilla is just too basic. The hazelnut, though, is something else. Leonie, you're watching from Germany? Oh, yeah, it's nighttime for sure. Oh, bye, Curtis. Bye. Oh, dang, we're almost at 40 minutes already. Strops, wait, that's wild. You moved because your husband's working at UCSB? So it was for the school. That's so cool. Interesting. I just have to say, Santa Barbara has a gorgeous campus. Gorgeous. I remember, so I had originally done my schooling in Riverside. Like when I first went to college, I was at Riverside. And at least at the time that I went there, I can't speak for now, but at the time that I went there, it wasn't like biking wasn't a big thing around campus. Like occasionally you'll see somebody biking, or you'll see a good amount of like skateboarders, but there's not really like full on bike paths like that at Riverside. And then I went to Santa Barbara, and like the whole school is is like set up for bikers. Like there's legit, how do I explain this? There's like full on roads and streets and like routes for these bikers, and it's so cool. But I remember I got a bike because I knew it was a big campus, like really big. You can walk everywhere, but oh my God, it's gonna take you so long. So I get my bike and I'm like going through campus, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a two lane roundabout, and it's like it literally looks like cars could drive on it, but it's for freaking bikes. And then people are using like hand signals, and people turning off. It's just crazy. And like everywhere you go on campus, it's just beautiful. So I mean, I'm sure, because you said you've been there for a minute now, 6 months, almost 7 months you've been at Santa Barbara, but even though he works there, I would say you should get a bike and just like bike around campus. It's so fun. Oh man, that makes me want to go back. But yeah, it's a huge bike campus. Man, that brings back some memories, because people get wild on the bike paths. Like you really, like you have to be so aware. I've gotten a concussion biking leaving campus. I've seen people thrown from their bike because they got hit so hard. Like I've seen some crazy hits. The biking is no joke there. So yeah, you have to be aware. man, that brings me back. Oh, I've only gotten one concussion from biking, but I've been in two major bike accidents. Like one of them, thankfully, the one that I didn't really get injured, it was just like a tight turn, a tight corner. And me and this other girl, we didn't even see each other. Neither of us, we both like went head first into each other. And our front wheels, I remember, were off just a little bit. So our wheels missed, but our handlebars are like what hit. And we just both hit each other and stopped. And we were like, holy smokes. It's crazy, crazy. Whoa, what a flashback. Addison, okay, so for spinning, you pretty much just use YouTube for your learning resource. The last yarn you made was 100% alpaca. Ooh. See, I don't even have alpaca yarn. Speaking of, I should show you guys. It's really nothing crazy. I actually have to unbox some more yarn, but we got this. We set up this like little rack. Little, it's not little. We set up this rack. So I have the yarn there, and it's like so easy for me to see everything. But even with all that yarn, none of it's alpaca. Ooh, okay, so you started with a drop spindle and then you moved onto a spinning wheel. I guess, see, I think the only thing also, not the only thing, another thing that makes me like, I haven't dove into it yet, is just, I know that I feel like spinning will take so long, like as a beginner, it's just going to take a lot of time. And I can't like spread myself thin right now, but would be very fun. I've seen short clips, but people using that drop spindle, and it looks really, really fun. But I can't imagine how long it would take to spin, say, like a whole hank of yarn, say, like 400 yards of fingering weight, How long, granted, you've been doing it, but when you first started, how long would it take you to spin any hank of yarn? Any hank of yarn. So I learned to dye literally from YouTube and just from Googling. But a lot of it, for the most part, I feel like when it comes to dyeing, it's just like experimental. There's not really anything that you can do that would be considered, at least like in my head, that would be considered doing it wrong. When it comes to dyeing yarn, there are, I'd say, only like a few necessities that like you need to like physically dye the yarn. So you need some kind of, I choose to use citric acid, but you need some kind of, see, I don't even know the right terms. I guess like acid to make the protein dyes absorb and like stick onto the dye. So I'm like talking about like animal fibers, So I use citric acid, but I know some people also use vinegar, I believe. But other than the citric acid, it's really just like the dye, and it's kind of up to you how you want to apply the dye, how saturated you want it. But as long as you've got like water and you've got the powder, you can kind of mix up whatever color you want and then throw it onto the yarn. So for the most part, I feel like if like you're just trying to learn the basics of dyeing yarn, it's so, at least in my head, it feels so simple. But yeah, there's I should try to find it for you, but I'm sure if you just like went on Google and like literally Googled it for dyeing yarn, what is the name of this blog? It's super famous. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know it. Chem knits or chem something. I'm sure one of you guys know exactly who I'm talking about here, but It's very simple, honestly, to dye yarn. It's just learning the different techniques or trying to teach yourself different techniques is what takes a long time. Spain, BB. Hello from England. Hi, Tracy. Do I have an all-time favorite hook size? Ooh, for the longest time, I'd say a 5 mil. I just like the way it feels in my hand. But 2 projects I've been working on right now, both of them are gauged with a 6.5, and I like how the 6.5 feels in my hand. I like it. But yeah, I'm kind of between a 5 and a 6.5. Split the difference, make it a 6. 5.5. 5.5 would be nice. Your phone died mid live stream. Okay, so Addison said, it took me forever. Definitely a time eater. Oh, but recently it's been getting quicker. I made enough to make a medium-sized shawl in 2 nights. Wait, whoa. Like 4 to 6 hours total. That's fast. See, to me, that's like really fast. A medium-sized shawl. What weight are you spinning it for your shawl? Very curious. So before we end out the live stream, because I'm starting to get close here, close to the finish line. Quick recap. This is pretty good. We crocheted pretty much throughout the whole live stream. It's getting there. Panel is so close to stopping for the neckline. So that's that. I want to just, quickly, for those who have stayed till the end of the live stream, because everybody else, what was I going to say? Oh, everybody else that was here in the beginning and didn't stay, they're not going to know. I've been kind of saving this because I'm putting together a YouTube video. Y'all know I've been kind of struggling with the YouTube videos, but not been super consistent. I'm trying to get back on it though. So everybody else has to wait like 2-3 weeks to see this in a YouTube video, but because you guys stayed to the end. So if you guys remember on the last live stream, I was talking about how on my Instagram over a month ago, I think now, I posted a reel with a bunch of Hobie yarn, and I was like, you guys have to guess what I'm making. I'm not just gonna like say it. And then I think everybody guessed, like the average guess was a temperature blanket. I think some people said shawl, but like the average person was saying temperature blanket, which kind of makes sense because I had like rainbow yarns. Anyways, I haven't told anybody what I'm making yet. And even last live stream, I didn't say it. I'm making a coat. A coat. Now, take that very loosely. I'm still kind of determining how I want the coat to look specifically. But for now, we are just trying to get the main body panels done. And then I'm thinking about adding like some kind of like lapel or I don't know, something to the neckline because I don't want it to just be super basic. Anyways, just yesterday, I added on a few extra rows and I think I have the back panel as wide as I want it, I think. Keep in mind, changes are still to come, but for what it's worth, I want to show you guys the back panel. So check out, yarn. Check out this bad boy. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. From far away, you can't really see that much color. So let me bring you guys in. See, I'm getting all excited. So this has been fun because for the most part, when I'm crocheting this, I'm always double stranding. So I've been using Tea Time Hobie Tea Time. This is like their DK weight. And then I'm also double stranding with Winter Glow Solid. So I always have this one colorway from Tea Time, and as you can see, the colors change a lot. And then I have 3 different shades of the Winter Glow, and kind of depending on the shade that I'm currently working with on Tea Time, I'll swap out the yarn. How do I explain this? So some sections, like right now, it's going from like a really dark section, like dark browns, to these like lighter marl gray colors. So because it's really light right here, I'll probably swap to this dark brown that I have. You can see like right here, the dark brown. And then when the work, like when I'm on a section that's like really, really dark, like right here, I'll swap out for a lighter shade. 2 of these shades are like really close. I thought they were going to be a little bit different, but I have this like creamy white. And then I also have like, I don't see it right now, but I have like this like medium toned beige. So yeah, always double stranding with these 2. And then occasionally, just whenever I feel like it, I will triple strand with some Friends Kids Silks. I'll just show you a couple different colors. I think I have like 7 different colors, but yeah, every now and then, just for like a little, maybe like a couple inches or maybe like, I don't know, 20 stitches or so, I'll have that triple strand on. So when I first started, you can see like this seafoam green color right here. And then I'll stop, and then I'll work a couple more rows, and then I'll like change out my color. So then over here, I decided to triple strand with like this kind of like a golden poppy sunflower shade. But then you can just barely see that like right here. So essentially my vision was I wanted like a multi brown, like I wanted it to be an earth tone colored coat. And I wanted to find a way to implement a little bit of color, but I didn't want it to be very like pungent. I didn't want it to be super striking, which is why I went for the Friends Kids Silk, because the lace weight, the mohair, I'm still going to get like a little splash of that color, but it's not going to be super vibrant. It's going to be kind of like a halo of color. So that's, kind of where my head's at. So yeah, here's the whole back panel. Let me show you some other sections. I have a different pink, and you can see the pink. Oh my gosh, my camera's reversed right now. Right here, pink. I have some sections with like a limey green. So you can see that lime green, but you guys see what I'm saying? Like it's not super, it's not like I used like a worsted weight in like the colors. Like it's just enough that you get like these like little halos, like a little feather of color. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is what the back panel is looking like. I think one of my favorite shades though is this like seafoam green, this aqua green color. It's just like a little tinge of color. So yeah, I think this is as wide as I want it. Still trying to determine. Like part of me wants a slightly oversized coat, so I could wear like a sweater or something underneath it. But then I'm also trying to think like once spring hits and maybe even summer, I might still want to wear it, but I'd want it to be, I don't know, kind of breathable. I don't know. So I'm still trying to determine, but you can see like I swapped out the Winter Glow. So you can really see like the changes. I've got like that dark brown right here, that medium toned beige, and then the white, that creamy white. It's kind of cool though, because like I said, the tea time is always changing. See how gorgeous that is? So So it always kind of creates some kind of like marled, unique look. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to share because I haven't shared this anywhere yet. But yeah, that's my little coat update for you guys. Oh, Addison, you spun about like a medium worsted weight. Oh, that's so cool though. Oh, Emma, thank you. Ooh. Oh, all the way from New Zealand, DJ. DJ. Oh, Kehlani, some bougie fur on the neckline. That could be cool too. But then it would only, like, for sure be like a winter sweater. There'd be no way I could wear the fur in like the dead of summer. But yeah, it's interesting because, like I said, on camera, I need to reverse my camera next time. But yeah, on camera, it's like you can barely see the colors, but it's cool because in person, I can for sure see it. It's a little bit brighter. But like right here, look at that blue. And like some sections, I'll do like a really like long strip of color. Like when I first started it and I was like figuring out what I wanted. You see all that blue at the bottom? And then even then, like all the green and then this really long strip of pink. And then I was like, why am I adding so much? Like I could really just do like little tiny amounts. So then I started to like change up to like these shorter color sections where it's literally like 10 stitches and then I take off the yarn. I was going to show you guys something. Oh, I also have, it's so hard to see, but I also have like this really light baby pastel pink. I don't even think you guys can see that. But I also have like a baby pink color. So it's been interesting too, because depending on what section of the yarn I'm on, like how light the color is or how dark the color is, I'll really try to like decide which color to cast on. How do I explain this though? So for example, like I said, I have that baby pink color, but you can't really see it because I was using the really light cream color versus if I had cast it on, versus if I had like put that light pink with like this really dark chocolate section, it might stand out more. So that's been interesting too, is like just depending on what section of the yarn I'm on, the colors will show up differently. So yeah, this is back panel, but this is long ways. So this is what my coat's gonna look like. I think I also made it long enough because I don't want it to be like, near my feet, but I think I'm aiming for it to be like around my knees. But if this isn't long enough, I do plan on steam blocking it just to give it a little bit more length, a little bit more drape. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to share. Asher, hi Asher. You literally came on right as I'm about to end this live stream. I'm showing off my other whip, my coat whip. But yeah, I've been also working on this one like on and off this last week. So this is a week's worth of on and off, just a back panel, which means I can start on the front panel. But I've also been kind of determining if I want to write like a guide. Excuse me, I burped. Yeah, Jesus. Kind of determining if I want to do like a pattern for the coat or more of just like a general guide on how I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm going to wait to start the front panels until I kind of figure out what my next move is. But, oh, am I going to do buttons or belts? See, that's the other thing. I think I've been thinking about, making little loops for a belt to go through. Because that's the other thing is I have a coat right now where I button it and I like the look of that. But then I was thinking like for spring or like maybe early fall, let's not say summer, like early fall. I kind of like the look of like possibly a belt because it'll be a little bit more figure showing. Like I could really tighten it and it'll look a little bit more like figure hugging versus just a button coat where it's kind of just like a line or it's like straight. So that's the other thing that I'm not too sure. I feel like I want it to be kind of eclectic. I want it to possibly be able to do both. But I also don't know if I'm just being too extra, like too indecisive. And that's why too, I'm like, how do I want this lapel to look? Because how is that going to look with the button? I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know yet. But it's like for winter, I'd want it to be just like buttoned, but for like spring and fall, having like a tie, like a little belt tie, and it like hugs in your waist, gives you like a little, that'd be cute too. So yeah. I'll be honest. I wanted to do a coat because I was trying to think of something that I've never crocheted before. I've done a dress before. I've done plenty of sweaters. It was mainly this yarn in general that I really wanted to use, the tea time. And you also know, I like the vertical stripes. Like I did that vertical stripe top. Initially, before a coat, I was thinking about doing kind of like a maxi dress with the tea time yarn. But that's so specific that I don't know how often I'd wear the dress. So I kind of met in the middle ground and I was like, a coat would be cool. But yeah, I was just trying to think of something that I haven't crocheted before. And coat seemed elegant at the time. Yo, Kaylani. That's genius. So the only thing is if I do it reversible, one of the sides, we're going to see the seams. See, genius. That's a genius idea. I love that. Kaylani said to do a reversible coat. So buttons on one side and then the belt loops on the other. That'd be fire. I just need to find a way to make the seam look intentional. That's great though. I love that idea. Thank you for that. Mattress seam will look pretty good on both sides. Okay, see, you actually give me ideas. I love that. I love that so much. That's so smart. A reversible coat. She said, just change it on the season. Duh, girl. Duh. Yeah, it is going to be a lot of work, Asher. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Granny stitching for the seams. Like the exterior loops only. Okay. Or use a lighter color for the seams. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna have to rediscuss this on next week's live stream. Because now that's gonna be on my head. I'm so indecisive. Well, thanks, Asher, for coming. I'm sorry that I'm ending this like within 10 minutes of you popping up. But I gotta eat a snack now. I'm kind of hungry. But yeah, we made progress. I crocheted for the first 45 minutes of this live stream. So I love that for me, making progress. Look at this. Look at this. That looks so good. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to get going. Thank you guys for coming. I will see you next week. Just aim for anywhere between Thursdays and Saturdays. I don't have a set schedule for live streams. I don't think I ever will. I'll be honest. If I haven't locked it in by now, it's probably not going to happen. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you next week. Take care. Drink water. Be safe.